My dog is trained in explosive and firearm detection. So it's just the different ways that you train the dog as to what they're able to find. And all that it is the repetition. And if parents will get, if I could just have you hold on to the balls just so they're not throwing them, great. Thank you. So it's all repetition based on what we train the dogs to do. So hidden inside one of these boxes is a narcotic odor. So Sergeant Taylor's dog, Baron, is going to come up and he's going to present all of these boxes to Baron. And Baron's going to put his nose on each box. His first pass through, Sergeant Taylor's just going to let him run the box, as we call it. So he's going to make his way down the whole way. Sometimes on that sweep, you'll notice a change of behavior where he's going to find that odor that he's trained in and present a response to that odor. So he's going to go through and he's going to search each box. And right now he just has free reign. So this is the first precursor. When he finds it, that change of behavior that he's doing right there, he's going to lay down on that box. And he's not going to move from that box, and he's going to show Sergeant Taylor that that's the box that has the item in it. And for his reward for all this hard work, he gets that towel that he's used 1,000 times, and it's just the happiest thing in the world for him. So we train the dogs on a reward system. So they get to know when they do what they want, they get a reward. So we can mix up the order. The dog's using their nose. They don't use their eyes at all in these searches. So they go through and they search. So another thing that we can do in the patrol function is called an evidence search. So if we have somebody that's discarded a piece of evidence somewhere and we're trying to find that along the track, right? Here's a piece of evidence. It has just my human odor on it, okay? So I'm gonna come out here and I'm just gonna throw it over there. Now let's say that it's pitch dark at night. What do you think your chances of finding that are if we have to search this entire park? Not really good, right? But we can use our dogs, so they're trained to find human odor. So anything that has human odor on it, anything that I've touched, anywhere that I've stepped, I've put human odor down. So in a second, Officer Connaughton is gonna bring his dog Hondo out, and he's gonna tell him to search for that human odor, that scent of human that's on the ground. So Hondo is a German Shepherd. Sergeant Taylor and my dog are Belgian Malinois. Those are the two most common breeds. Come over, you kind of on, you're kind of on top of it, so. He doesn't know, see? he was trying to cheat, no. So like I said, the dogs only use their nose. So they don't use their eyes in this search at all. And what that helps us to do is we know if something is out there with human odor, if that human odor is fresh or not. Because obviously we're searching something, there could be discarded trash that means nothing of relevance to us. But that human odor is going to be very strong, and that's what we're going to find. So he's going to work them in a pattern. Sometimes they got to work on their own terms. So he's going to present the area that we want him to search. And the dogs are just independently searching. And you'll see when he comes into the odor, he's going to use that wind that's blowing right now in the good direction for him. He's all excited, a lot of people. But he doesn't know that. We want him to search the entire area so that he covers everything he has to cover. And you'll see with these dogs, they're trained to work until they succeed. So he's not going to stop working. He's going to keep searching back and forth and looking and looking and looking until he succeeds.
Those dogs will stop
until they find what they're looking for, exactly. So when he finds it, they do that same indication of laying down on it, and they just wait for their toy. There it is. I'm going to hand it over to Sergeant Taylor, and we'll do some.
So while Officer Savetti's getting his dog ready, the next thing he's going to show you is the obedience. One of the most important things that we teach our dogs is obedience, because we need them to pay attention to us and to do what we say. We spend about 4 months in a special school where we spend every day with our dogs so that they learn our voice and us telling them what to do. We speak to our dogs in German. The reason for that, we teach them in a couple different languages, but we primarily use German for ours. The reason behind that is it's a very stern-sounding language, so when you're talking, it gets the dogs to pay attention to you. And there's also like a way that you speak to them where you're very kind of stern, and it keeps their attention. So what Officer Savetti's going to show you now is how obedient his dog actually is, just with a few simple things that he's going to do with him. So you see how the dog's paying attention to him. He's looking up at him because we have the bond. We spend so much time with them. Our dogs pretty much only react and listen to us. You can see how he keeps looking up to him, and he's going to stay right alongside of him. And all this is just a game for the dog. So now we can have him. He can have the dog sit right here, and he can actually walk away from him and keep him in place until he calls him back to him. You can see how excited the dog is because the dog just wants to please his handler. So when the dog does what we want him to do, they just get a toy, like we were talking about before. And the best thing for this dog, all he wants to do is he just wants to play. So they'll do anything for the ball or for the tug or whatever is the toy that we use to play with them. You do the bite now? So one of the other things these dogs are trained for is to make apprehensions. An apprehension is basically the last thing that we want to do. We'll only use it if it's something that's one of our lives or safety or somebody else's is on the line. And what we do first is we'll give a number of warnings and let the bad guy know that before we let the dog go, we're going to give him a couple chances to give up. Yeah. So Officer Connerton here is our bad guy for the night. He drew the short straw. So what Officer Savetti's going to do is he's going to give him a number of warnings to give up first. So the dog's going to bark at him. And this is all a warning and all the way that we can use to de-escalate and try to get him to give up. But if he does it because he's possibly going to hurt us or hurt somebody else, so then we'll send the dog, and we'll use the dog to hold him in place until another officer can come out and can take him into custody. And then we can walk him away, and the dog's going to sit there and just keep a reminder that he's there in case he wants to do anything. Right. So the other thing the dogs are trained to do is to protect their handler. So if Officer Savetti is here by himself and Officer Condon tries to hurt him and push him away, the dog's going to go and he's going to protect his handler, and he'll just hold him there until we're able to get here and take him into custody. And this is where the obedience that we talked to comes in effect. As you see how quickly he tells him to let go, the dog lets go, and he just looks at him to make sure he's not going to do anything bad to hurt another officer.
All right, so that, I hope, provides a little bit of a basis for what police dogs can do and what they can do for a police department, not only increasing officer safety, but also helping to de-escalate serious situations where we can use the dog to our advantage to help those situations. So we're not going to take a ton of questions right now, just because we know there's a lot of stuff going on, but we're going to be set up here, so please come on up, circle around, the rest of the event and come up to us and ask whatever questions you have. All right, but we hope you guys have a great night. Thank you.